We connected instantly. Josephine was everything I wanted: smart, funny, compassionate, and gorgeous. We met at one of Jess's many housewarming parties. She and Dwight moved nearly every year, always to bigger and better places that my parents helped finance. Josephine was standing alone near the bookshelf, looking as out of place as I felt. She had shoulder-length brown hair, intelligent green eyes, and a smile that made me forget my name mid-introduction. "Not much of a party person?" she asked, sipping her wine. "Not much of a Jess's World person," I replied before I could stop myself. Instead of being put off, she laughed genuinely. "Ah, you must be the mysterious brother I've heard about, the one with the conventional life choices." We spent the rest of the evening in that corner, talking about everything from classic literature to our shared love of terrible sci-fi movies. By the end of the night, I had her number and a date planned for the following weekend. When we started dating, my parents predictably made snide comments about how she was settling and wondering what she saw in me. "She's so cultured and well-traveled," my mother remarked after meeting Josephine. "It's surprising she's interested in someone so local." The way she said local made it sound like a terminal illness. My father was more direct. "Does she know what you make at that job of yours? Women like that usually have higher expectations." Oddly, Jess became super interested in my life, constantly asking about Josephine. She'd call out of the blue, supposedly to catch up, but every conversation turned to questions about Josephine's job, her family, her hobbies. Josephine mentioned she might get transferred to the New York office, Jess commented once, though I had never shared this information with her. "That would be hard on your relationship, wouldn't it?" At the time, I was just relieved she seemed to care about something in my life. Looking back, I should have seen the warning signs. Josephine and I moved in together after dating for a year, and it was amazing. Both of us had solid careers, we traveled, and discussed our future. Our apartment wasn't fancy, a one-bedroom in a decent neighborhood, but it was ours. We painted the walls ourselves, assembled IKEA furniture while laughing at the incomprehensible instructions, and created a home that felt safe and happy. "I never thought I could feel this content," Josephine told me one night as we sat on our secondhand couch, eating takeout and watching documentaries. "My parents always pushed for more, bigger, better. This is enough. You're enough." I finally thought I might get the life I'd always wanted. Good job, loving partner, maybe kids eventually. I proposed on our 5th anniversary with a quiet dinner at home. I'd spent months saving for the ring, nothing ostentatious, but a beautiful emerald that matched her eyes, set in white gold. I'd hidden it in her favorite dessert, a chocolate souffle that I'd practiced making a dozen times in secret. When she found it, her eyes filled with tears. "Yes," she whispered before I could even ask the question. 1,000 times yes. We planned a long engagement, taking our time to plan the wedding. We weren't rushing, we had our whole lives ahead of us, or so I thought. When we told my family about our engagement, the reactions were telling. Mom plastered on a fake smile and said, "How nice," in a tone that suggested anything but. Dad grunted and muttered, "We'll see," before turning back to his football game. Jess had the strangest reaction though. She congratulated us, but her smile was weird, almost predatory. I brushed it off as my own insecurity. "Let me see the ring," Jess demanded, grabbing Josephine's hand. She examined it with a critical eye. "Oh, it's cute, simple. I guess that's more your style anyway." Later, I overheard my mother telling Josephine, "Don't rush into anything, dear. You're still young, and there are plenty of opportunities out there for someone like you." The implication being that I wasn't one of those opportunities. The following year was hectic with wedding planning and work stress. Josephine and I were both putting in long hours to save for the wedding and a house down payment. We weren't seeing each other as much, but I figured it was just a phase. Every relationship has rough